Hi everyone, this is Babs. I am the channel Listen to Your Inner You. My website is also listentoyourinneryou.com and you can book sessions with me on there. Welcome today on this beautiful sunny Colorado day. I wanted to talk about self-love and how much more there is to it. And I'm not saying work, I'm just saying there's more to than just being good to yourself. So when I entered the self-love journey, aka manifesting, either one, it was 2 stages, but the second stage was really the most important. I changed all of my core beliefs, and most people have really crappy core beliefs, and core beliefs are the ones such as I am not worthy, I am not deserving, etc. I'll go into that into a different video. But core beliefs change everything. When I changed mine, it changed all of my manifesting. Everything became so much easier. I manifested things faster and everything just felt easier because you feel good. So step 1 for me was change my core beliefs and any other beliefs. Core beliefs are the ones that are really old. And I changed a bunch of other beliefs. So I made a whole list. I went through that. I changed everything, cleared out all the old energy as well. And then I learned how to not beat myself up for beating myself up. I used to beat myself up for beating myself up. Amy would say, Babs, you're beating yourself up with a bat for beating yourself up with a bat. That was a very visual image, and I thought, oh man, I'm cruel to myself. So in the process of eliminating all those crappy beliefs, I learned how to be good to myself. I learned how to not beat myself up for beating myself up, and I learned how to not beat myself up. Sometimes I get angry at myself and then I beat myself up for maybe 1 minute and then I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. So it's still there, but the level of it is this much and very short. I worked through it very quickly. And the other thing I learned was forgiveness. You can learn forgiveness. I started learning how to forgive myself and others, and forgiving yourself, I think it was probably the hardest thing I learned because I used to beat myself up and I was so hard on myself, but do I deserve it? No, and you don't either. You deserve to be good to yourself. So, core beliefs, forgiveness on both levels, and then I learned how to find happiness. I learned how to love all of myself, and that was all in order. Everything came one after the other. So first the core beliefs, and then the forgiving, and the not beating myself up. And then I learned about happiness, and that is actually a choice. I will make another video about that. I learned how to be happy, and I learned how to always be good to myself, do what feels good for me. And I used to have a lot of anxiety and depression. And I'm not a therapist. I'm not saying that this work will eliminate your anxiety, your bipolar, or your borderline. I am not saying that. Don't take my word for it. I'm saying this helped my anxiety and depression because I kept ignoring what I really wanted, and now I don't anymore. And when I do ignore it, then I do still get anxious. But I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not saying you can eliminate clinical diagnoses with manifesting. I'm just saying this worked for me. So I learned happiness, I learned how to be good to myself, and I actually learned how to fully love all of me. And that kind of wrapped up the whole cycle of being good to myself. And it did take a while. It did take a while to finish all that up, but I did so much all at once. I'm not surprised it took a while. So I actually had this little exercise, and it just came to me. I was taking my walks, and I kept thinking, how can I be happy? Feel all these emotions, right? So I learned that. And then I kept walking and I kept thinking, how do I love all of me? Because I deserve to love all of myself. And I've changed all the core beliefs. And here's something. I have figured out that we are perfect the way we are, but there is always a desire present. And if your desire is to be different than you are, then it's okay to want that. Don't judge yourself. Don't listen to others that say that you're okay the way you are. If you want to change, if you have the desire to change, do it. I did it, and it helped me, and it helped me actually love myself because I just couldn't love myself. I didn't want to love myself the way I was with those weak core beliefs. I believed I wasn't good enough. I believed I wasn't deserving, etc., etc. And I had to change those in order for me to be happy. Doesn't mean it's the same for you. That's what I had to do. That was my desire, to be fully and happy, and I wanted to be 100%. I believe that everyone deserves to be 100%, whatever that takes for you. Figure it out. I can help you. I would love to help you. But this is my journey, right? So I had changed the core beliefs, and then I kept walking and thinking, well, how do I love all of me, right? Because we all have good and bad sides, but I had changed the things that I didn't want to live with anymore, which is the core beliefs. And now there were still a bunch of things that I didn't like about myself, but I didn't want to change them because I didn't think they were an issue. So one day I'm walking and it just popped into my head because I had been wondering, I Google everything. So I Googled how to be happy, how to love yourself, how to accept yourself and everything. And I was listening to this one lady who was really nice. She had some podcasts, and then I'm like, no, this isn't working for me. So I'm walking and it pops into my head and says, what if I write this down? So I took my little book, my 2 sides, right? I took one side and wrote out all the negative things about me. I started with the negative ones. I wrote out all of the negative ones about me that I didn't like, but I didn't hate them enough to change them. They're like normal human being things, such as sometimes I run late, sometimes I bitch. I don't know what was on that list. I forgot. And then I took the other side and wrote down all of the positive things. And I looked at it, and the more I looked at the negative list, the more positive things I wrote down. And I realized, I look at both of them, I thought, wow, without these negative parts, I wouldn't be more than half of these positive parts, because the negative parts of me make so much more positive things in me happen. So you're balancing yourself, right? And that's when it clicked. I looked at that list and I realized that I'm like, oh my God, I do love myself. I love every single thing, even the annoying things about me. I love them. And I've noticed that as long as I judge myself, others judge me for the same reason. If I judge myself about being late, they judge me too. If you're okay with something, everyone is going to be okay with it. That is a thing. But this also set in after I changed my core beliefs. People were so much more accepting after I changed my core beliefs. So this is just my little take on self-love, and this is my little notebook about what I want to say. That's why I keep looking over there. But this is how I actually loved myself. It took a couple of different steps, and it took a little bit, but it changed everything I wanted to. And now I really do love myself. And people are very attracted to me because of it, because it changes your whole attraction level. And I'm not talking about sexual attraction. I'm talking about this inner glow. Like, even with the masks on right now, I have people just staring me down and smiling at me and just talking to me and being all nice all the time. Like, wow, it changed everything. So I am happy. I do love myself, and I would like you to get there too, and I would love to help you. So if this video wasn't enough, book a session with me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.